There's no bigger, more popular show in all of YouTube than that of MrBeast. And his right-hand man has just declared he's not a man, he's a woman. He's obviously been on some sort of hormones because he's starting to look more and more sort of female, quote unquote. And now he comes out with it explicitly. Chris Tyson, who was Chris Tyson, is now Chrissy Tyson with a K.
So that is Megyn Kelly. She used to be like big on Fox News, and then she went off into the desert or whatever. And she decided she finally had a plan to come back into relevance. And she is no longer going to be that like person who has, I don't know, policies she cares about, independent thought, being willing to challenge Donald Trump. That doesn't get you subscribers and it doesn't get you money. You know what does? Vicious, like juvenile, nasty transphobia. So MrBeast, who I probably don't need to define who MrBeast is, I think everybody in the world knows who he is, has a friend who works on the channel, Chrissy. And the fact that Chrissy exists and exists where other people can see her, that is enough for Megyn Kelly to think it is now her job to viciously misgender and mock the physical appearance, mock the gender transition of Chrissy. I guess, hey, if that gets some people to listen to your podcast, I don't know if it'll help you sleep at night, but it'll help you pay your mortgage, Megyn Kelly. So I hope you're proud of yourself. All right, what do you think?
I just think, honestly, Megyn Kelly's not enough of a woman for my standards. I think she's very angular and not curvy. And just that's for me. As a guy who like is attracted to women, I need her to fill a certain definition of women that I have defined. And it's really a liability for her, not because she's doing anything wrong. She's physically just being herself and living according to her own personal identity. But the reason that she might be a liability for the people who employ her and anyone who watches her is because I am just gonna attack her forever for it. Because of how I think she should live her life.
I get the rhetorical point that you're making. And I think any comments anyone has about it should be sent to you.
I think her breasts are too small, but she can't get augmentation of that breast because that's gender augmentation surgery. That is gender therapy that will make her seem more of a woman to me based on my definition. So she's screwed. She cannot live her life how she wants to because I'm putting up artificial barriers for her that prevent her from achieving her own personal identity.
Well, while I might take issue with some of the things that you're saying, I do agree that someone's life and their ability to simply exist, perhaps in video form, as Megyn Kelly is, should not be up to them. It should be up to us if we don't think that they're measuring up. Because bear in mind, you're doing parody, you're doing satire. She decided to say of Chrissy, clearly taking hormones to look quote unquote feminine. Oh, is it not good enough for you, the physical appearance of this person who doesn't give a damn about you, so far as I know, has never mentioned you? It's your job to evaluate their appearance. And let's just look, there's been a lot of conversation about the intersection of misogyny and transphobia. But remember, she was driven off into the darkness thanks to the vicious misogyny of Donald Trump. And the ticket back into the gravy train is through transphobia. Like this is as direct like a path. There's not a lot of dots to connect those two things.
It's just so funny.
Just gross.
I don't know what the term is, but like she just did it. She threw up her hands and gave up. And now she's playing the part that she thought she would never have to play, which is so sad. She has gone through a non-gender version of the exact same arc in many ways. The dynamic anyways. So the similarity isn't sameness, but there is like she pretended to be someone for a very long time, then acted according to her definition of who she wanted to be, which is an independent free thinker. It worked for her with a certain audience for a while, but not long enough. And her original audience turned on her, and so she did the exact same thing. But And so she's gonna take it out on everybody else, and she wants Chrissy to go back to being Chris, the way she's gone back to being just like a hell beast. Right wing hell beast.
Okay, there was more video of it, but it's Friday. I can't do it. It's just gross. Yeah. It's just nasty. Just leave them alone. They don't have anything to do with you. They literally don't care about you, Megyn Kelly.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.